Hello crafters, this is Yana Smakula. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm sharing birthday card ideas featuring custom birthday sentiments created with alphabet dies. All supplies I'm using for these projects are listed and linked in the video description below for your convenience. If you have alphabet dies in your stash, you have unlimited sentiment options for your cards. And while oftentimes sentiment is the last thing we think about when designing a project, in this video I'll show you how you can make the sentiment the main design element of your project. I've die cut lots of letters using Spellbinder's Be Bold uppercase alphabet dies. The size of these dies or letters is optimal for creating sentiments. The letters are a little over 3¼ inches tall. All of these letters are separate dies. This is not one plate with letters, but all separate, giving you more die cutting options. Think about negative die cutting, for example. Since I wanted to cut all of these letters from multiple colors of cardstock, I arranged the dies into a faux plate and connected them all with low-tech tape. You can see that yellow tape on the back of my dies connecting all of them. This allowed me to die cut 4¼ by 5½ inch panels in one pass and cut all of the letters at once. I did try to position the letters every single time I was going to die cut a panel, but that took forever. So that gave me the idea to create that faux plate and attach or connect my dies using low-tech tape. There is a second version of a playful larger loop font in several letters, in letters B, D, F, G, H, L, P, and U. There is a total of 34 letter dies in this set. I like to use the playful loop letters for the start of the words when I spell my sentiments. You can also use them in the middle of the words as well. Aside from this uppercase die set, there is also a lowercase alphabet set and a punctuation die set. The lowercase also has additional letters with a playful loop, and the lowercase set also includes a set of numbers, and you can use those to spell a date or an age on your card. Once you die cut the letters, if you go down the same road that I did, meaning just cut a bunch of letters to play with without any specific word in mind, you'll need to find some sort of storage to keep each letter separate. Otherwise, it's just going to be one big mess on your desk. A plastic chocolate candy divider might be used for that. I didn't have any, as I'm not a big fan of chocolate, but I did have this jewelry organizer from Fun Stamper's Journey in my stash, and it worked perfectly to help me sort the letters. This particular organizer has been discontinued, but I'm sure there are loads of similar organizers available online. And look through your stash, you might already have something similar that you can use. Now, I just wanted to play with these dies. When I first opened them, I didn't have any specific cards or sentiments in mind. I just wanted to die cut a bunch of letters and see what I could come up with. It was one of those rare evenings where I didn't have anything else to do, when I could just go to my craft room and play. I also die cut these letters from white fun foam to help me pop them up on my cards. I love to add dimension to my projects, and fun foam is one of the best ways to do it. Because I always like birthday cards, I decided I would create several birthday theme cards using these die cut letters. Because of the size of the letters, I was able to spell a custom sentiment so large that the sentiment itself became the main design element of the card. I didn't add any embellishments to my cards, but you could add little flower die cuts to these if you wanted, or little hearts, or little envelopes, anything little that would embellish the letters. And by the way, this just gave me another idea that I must try as soon as I finish this video. I don't have any belated birthday sentiments in my stash, so for the first card, I spelled one that reads, "This card is late on purpose." I was first planning on doing this card on black background for a very dramatic look, but I changed my mind and switched to a white background. I also decided I needed to add a sub-sentiment, and so I foiled one using matte gold foil and my Glimmer hot foil system. My foiling was done on Spellbinder's Specialty Glimmer cardstock. You can just as easily stamp a sentiment if you don't have a foiling machine, or you can skip adding the sub-sentiment if you want. I adhered each letter onto a fun foam die cut to pop the letters up. It is a tedious process as you have to adhere each letter one by one, but I didn't mind at all as I just wanted to play. Alternatively, you can first adhere your colored cardstock to the fun foam using adhesive sheets, or use colored fun foam, or die cut letters from white fun foam and color the fun foam using alcohol markers. But I love the colors of my colored cardstock, so I didn't mind doing all of the gluing. And the glue I'm using is the Barely Arts glue. It's my favorite glue lately. Next, I trimmed the foil panel. I cut about 1/8 of an inch off, and I used 2 panels of scrap cardstock to pop the foiled panel onto an A2 card base. What this added a little bit of dimension to my card, but not too much. Now, I knew I wouldn't be able to adhere the letters straight onto my card. I mean, I could have if I measured everything and maybe used a laser ruler or something like that to help, but I didn't want to complicate things. So instead, I positioned the letters wonky right away, and then I just adhered them one by one without worrying about the sentiment being straight. I did worry about misspelling the sentiment, as I do tend to do that a lot, but I don't think I did. At least I hope I didn't. I alternated various colors of cardstock, starting with Peony from Hero Arts. Next is Dahlia from Spellbinders, and all of the rest are also from Spellbinders. The yellow color is Beeswax. The gold one is Mere Gold. I did add some gold letters to go along with the gold foiling. I really like the gold accents here. Next color is Peridot and Rainforest, and the final 2 colors are Waterfall and Lagoon, and then I just repeat the colors all over again. I did this on a white background, but you can also die cut white letters and pop them onto a colored background. You can have the entire sentiment be one color and use a different color for just one of the words in your sentiment to emphasize it. You could use a gradient, for example, to go from very pale pink to red. So many different options. And think about creating all of the different custom sentiments. You can add the name of the recipient. You can create funny or snarky sentiments. You can build sentiments based on the other sentiments you already have in your stash. You can include the age of the recipient, and so on. The other 2 cards I made read, Make a Birthday Wish, with a foiled sub-sentiment, I hope it will come true, and Happy 30th Birthday with a foiled sub-sentiment from all of us. I used yet another die set to die cut the word birthday for this card. It is from the Smooth Lines Mix and Match Sentiments set from the same Be Bold collection from Spellbinders. You can use any alphabet dies for cards like this. I am in love with this Spellbinders set, or rather with all of these sets, and I'm sure I'll be reaching for them again and again in the future. Plus, I still have loads of die cut letters left. Thanks so much for joining me today. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time.